Have you ever thought to yourself, oh my gosh, this person is someone that I want to be friends with. This person is someone I want to support. This person is someone that I can be really close with and share my struggles with, and she's going to have my back. And then something happens and that person doesn't have your back. That person hurts you. Maybe they let you down. Maybe they didn't show up for you in a time in your life when you needed her or you needed people. Maybe you felt bad sharing your success because you realized that maybe this person's jealous of you, or maybe they just didn't back you in a way that you thought they would. Maybe it was a snarky comment. I have been there, and I think it's so important. This is such a defining thought. I've heard so many times thoughts come up when I have been in this situation with other women where I go, well, this is how women are. This is how relationships are with other women. Other women can't support other women. And I can go down that path, or I can quickly say, this person is not for me. And it's A or B. It's all women are bad. Women can't support each other, which is a narrative, by the way, that society literally loves to project. I mean, nothing can get more clicks and more attention and more followers than a woman who goes on social media and bashes other women, or a cat fight, right, on a television show, or anything. Like, two women start arguing in a board meeting and everybody gets quiet because we all love that narrative. I'm telling you right now, we're going to talk about this today because being courageous as a woman in the world requires other women. And if you've been hurt by another woman, I should say when you were hurt by another woman, because it happens to all of us, you have to decide whether or not you're going to make the choice of A or B. Are you going to say, this is how women are, women suck, women compete with each other, women cannot ever just lift each other up, women are worse than men, women are backstabbers? I hear this all the time. Or do you say, that person is not for me? And I have had to learn to choose B, because the world told me the same thing. So that's what we're going to get into today. And before we do, I want you to know something. I want you to be at the Brave Enough conference. It's going to be so amazing. It's a month away, 5-6 weeks away. Make it happen. If you've always wanted to go and you're like, you know what, I would love to go, Sasha, but I don't actually believe that women can be nice to other women. I've seen it over and over. I've been hurt. Come to the Brave Enough conference. Am I telling you every woman there is going to be your best friend? No, but there is a woman there that will be supportive to you, and that you will, if you open yourself up and you give yourself time to be transparent and you give yourself permission to be transparent, there is a woman there who you could leave with as your battle buddy, as your friend, as your confidant. I cannot tell you how many women come to the conference, meet people they vacation with, meet people that they actually end up texting for every day for years upon years. That becomes one of the closest things. And this is what my superpower is. One of my superpowers is connecting other women with other women. I do it all the time. I've done it for my whole life. And one time I had one of my besties tell me, like, you've been doing this your whole life. And when she said that to me, it was like, oh, a light bulb went off. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is one of my superpowers. I love connecting women with other women. So if you need that support, if you have to do something brave in the next year, if you are being called to live a different life than you are living now, you're going to need other women to support you. Get to the Brave Enough conference. Go to braveenoughconference.com. Sign up today. Okay, I've been doing a little different podcast intro where I just dive right in because we don't have time. We're busy. I get it. And y'all don't want me to do the whole intro and talk about stuff. You just want me to get to it. So we're getting to it today. And the whole season has been about being brave and what that really honestly means. And I love this because I needed it. Like, I need to be brave. I need to remember why I'm here, why I'm doing things. I'm doing some really brave things this year in my life. And I'm telling you, if I thought I could do this alone, I will fail. Anything in life that requires courage requires community. I'm going to say that again. Anything in life that you do that requires courage requires community. We are human, and there's only so much bravery and courage that we can have until we start having doubts. And it's in those moments, it's in the lowest moments where you need other people, specifically other women, to come in and lift you up. Every single thing you do that is brave comes with obstacles and objections and challenges. It's in those moments you need to lean on a tribe, a squad of women who are going to come around you and boost you up. And if you don't have that, it is virtually impossible to be brave. I don't know if you know of anybody that is struggling or has struggled with addiction. I definitely have that in my family. And it's really interesting because I can see over and over how if someone struggles with addiction, the closer they stay to a community of support, the more successful they are. When they start drifting away, getting into their own head, becoming very isolated, or just getting into a community with the wrong people, that's when things go down, right? You cannot fight something like addiction without a community. Why do we think we can fight and go through life without a community? So I want to talk today and dispel some of the myths, because I think sometimes, especially on social media, there is this explosion of like, I do it up by myself. I'm going to be a strong woman and do it all alone. I'm self-built. I'm self-made. That is a bunch of baloney. I'm just telling you right now, like anything in life that I've done that's required courage and bravery, and anything successful that I've built has come from being in community with other women. It just is. And coming from, and even having men who support me, like it comes from community, right? So I want to talk about that today. I want to talk about how, and end this season about being brave and taking risks and redefining your success, talking about the power of sisterhood, right? Really talking about the power of sisterhood. So the first myth I want to bust kind of and talk about is this lone wolf success. Like we've been told that we have to hustle alone, and, you rise higher and faster and healthier when you're, by yourself. That's so untrue. It's so untrue. Having a circle of support is not like a little, oh, yay, I have my little girls gang that I go out with on Thursday nights. No. It is a strategy. It is a life strategy to have a sisterhood. And if you don't have that sisterhood, you will fall back into the same habits that are the easy pathway. Like I always say, it's the easy pathway is the one that takes no ATP to burn, and you can just walk through life being a people pleaser, or not taking risks, or following suit with what everybody else is doing because that's what the status quo tells you to do. Being courageous and taking risk and living your own life is honestly really hard and takes a strategy. And that strategy is not the lone wolf strategy. That strategy is having a sisterhood of support. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing this whole business. That's why I do my conferences and courses and retreats. That's why I get so much into this, because at the end of the day, it's about community. So I also want to talk about the second thing. Okay. The second thing that is we all fall into. It's a huge myth. Comparison, comparison, comparison. If I go on social media and I compare myself, if I look at what she's doing over here or what this woman's doing over here, then I'll be able to figure it out and like, I'll be okay. Oh, I should be better than this person. I should be better than that person. I should be doing what she's doing. I should be doing what this person's doing. Comparison steals our joy. We've all heard that over and over. It's so true. But you know what else it does? Comparison makes you stagnant. It makes you stuck. It is not a strategy to take brave, courageous risks. Comparison breeds insecurity. Community breeds courage. I'm going to say that again. Competition and comparison breeds insecurity. Community breeds courage. When you have a group of women who you can tell anything to, you can say like, oh my gosh, I just did this launch and it sucked. Or I just did this whole day and I gave 24 hours in medicine and I made 3 mistakes and I just missed this whole thing and I just feel terrible. Or I just blew up at my kids and I feel like a sucky mom. Or I just got in the biggest argument with my husband, or this is going on in my life. When you have that, you feel like you can take on the world. And let me tell you, again, I'm going to come back to the intro. Women are going to hurt you because they're human. I'm going to hurt other women. I'm human. Sometimes we're going to find people that we think are there for us, and they are there for us for a season, but they are the branch. They are not part of the root system. And it's okay to have that person in your life for a season. But when you start to, and maybe you don't even start to see, maybe something happens and there's distance, whatever it is, not every person, not every friend that comes into your life is going to be that root system, that core person who's going to be with you forever. Maybe they were just there for a season, and that's okay. But what you don't want to do is fall into the mindset of women suck, women are bad, this is what happens. I don't want to have a sisterhood. I don't want to have a community. I'm not going to put myself out there anymore with other women. There may be a woman in your life that is going to be your closest confidant. You haven't met her yet. So if you close yourself off to that, if you do that, if you close yourself off to that, you may never experience the best friendship of your life. It may still be out there. So when we shift from comparing to connecting, when we create space to take risks and fail forward, we grow with less fear when we have that community, when we have that small group of support. We've all heard over and over and over and over that you become like the people you are most around. Like the 5 people that you spend the most time with, they are the most effective in your life to change you, and you become like them. So I want to ask you, who are you spending time with, right? Who do you have that is close to you? I also want to talk about the third thing that I want to talk about today. It's what true sisterhood looks like. True sisterhood, true like friendship and connection and safe psychological spaces look like. It's not brunch and book clubs. I mean, that's great. That's wonderful. I love going to a good brunch with friends. I love having book clubs and all those get-togethers. I think those are so important to build community. But what true sisterhood looks like is being held accountable, being celebrated for your wins, being challenged, and I would say being seen. Like another person that says to me, I see you, I see what you're doing, I see your struggles, and I see how you are remaining strong. Wow, that is unbelievable. I just caught up with a friend last night that I haven't talked to in a few weeks. She's going through something really traumatic and really, really hard. And I've been on vacation and unplugged and haven't seen her, haven't talked to her in a couple weeks. And I finally got to talk to her last night, and we talked on the phone for probably an hour, which is a long time, right? Like giving someone else an hour of your time is a long time. And when we got done talking, she said, I feel so much better. I feel so much better having talked to you. And it was just a simple statement, but it made me feel so good because what it said to me was I showed up for her and I saw her. I listened to her. I heard her, right? Like I am there for her, just listening. And she felt seen. That is true sisterhood. Like not telling, I could have told her, I could have literally hijacked the whole conversation and talked to her about all the things I'm going through. I didn't do that because she's going through something really hard. And she just needed me to hold space for her. I didn't give her any great advice. I didn't tell her anything that she should do, or, there was no like coaching. It was just listening. That's all I did. I just showed up and listened. And at the end of the conversation, she's like, I can't believe how much better I feel after talking to you because you just listened to me. And that is what true sisterhood is. It's showing up for one another in the darkest times, not the best times. Have you ever had friends like that? I've had friends like that, and I've had to really I've spent hours wishing that I could change them. Like friends that like only show up in the good times. And I'm like, man, I wish they were there. I love this friend. I just wish they were there for me in the bad time. Those friends are not going to be there for you in the bad times. Cut bait. Keep them in the good zone. They're great in the celebratory fun place, but they're not there for you in the hard times. The people who are there in the hard times, that's true sisterhood. Hold on to them. They're not a branch. They're a root. They are not a branch. They are a root. And those are the people that you want to take care of and nurture. It's not to try to change the branches. I can't tell you how many times I'm like, I'm going to have a talk with this friend and explain how I feel. And maybe she'll be there for me. If they're not there for you and you have to ask them to be there for you, they're a branch. Okay. It's really true. Now, I'm not saying that like we all don't go through times, because I'm sure there's, like the last year of my life when I was putting my house back together and trying to keep my family going. I probably wasn't really, really there for as many friends as I could be. I was there for a few. One of my good friends is going through cancer. I was there for her. I've been there for her, even when my house was gone, because that's really hard. She's a dear, dear friend. I have a couple friends that are going through divorces. I've been there for them because that's really hard. But I haven't been there for all of my friends who have other things going on, because I was going through my own thing. And I'm grateful for my friends who understood that. Like, I'm really grateful for them. So I also want to land on this last note, okay? This is so key. Brave women share the spotlight. They share the spotlight. They don't get jealous. They don't get beat down. They don't say little snarky comments. They don't only want to hear your stuff when you're going through something bad because they love the drama and they love to see you secretly failing. They're there for you in the highlight moments, and they share the spotlight. If you have a friend who's never able to like speak good on you and say good things about you, you got to question that friendship. I've had those friendships. I've had friendships where they're fine as long as I'm not in the spotlight. If I'm in the spotlight, they disappear. They don't like it. And I really was listening the other day to like a 2-minute blurb that Oprah was talking about on friendship. And it actually shocked me, but it was so good. She basically said like, these people that cannot celebrate her success have no business in her circle, and that she can't be friends with people who don't celebrate her success. And I was like, wow, like that is really powerful, 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 powerful. Here, her message wasn't like, oh, be friends with everybody. No, it was like, let into your circle people who can truly celebrate your wins. If they cannot celebrate your wins, you got to question it. I'm here to tell you, I've let a lot of people in my circle who cannot celebrate my wins. And that's been really hard for me to have to recognize that those people are branches and not roots. I can be acquaintances with them. I can be friendly with them. I can see them a couple times a year. I can go to dinner with them, whatever. I can hang with them, but they don't actually belong in my inner circle. They're not a root. They are a branch. And I can't depend on branches. You can depend on roots, but you cannot depend on branches. And if they have a problem seeing you in the spotlight, then I would have you question truly if they're a root or a branch. Because I can tell you, I love seeing my closest friends win. I love seeing them be successful. I love pushing them forward. I love seeing them get promotions. I love seeing them shine. Like, I love it. I love seeing them just win things. And those are the women that I truly, truly love, are the ones that I'm like, yes, you go, girl. You do that thing. So success is collective when you are a brave woman. When we amplify each other's wins, when we share resources, when we open doors, because when one of us rises, we all do, right? And I have had probably one of the hardest things I've had to learn in leading a business and working in the space around other women is that not everyone believes that. That's been really, really hard for me. Every, year I get requests to nominate women for different things, write promotion letters, nominate women for awards. And I often think to myself like, wow, I did 10 of these this year. And I think, wow, I don't know that anyone's done this for me. Sometimes I can wallow in that. I can be like, gosh, I'm writing these award letters for awards that I would love to win one of these, or I would actually qualify for this. No one's writing these letters for me. No one's doing that for me. And I can wallow in that, my brain can go like, again, it can go down this path of women are not supporting to me. Oh, women are jealous of me. Oh, women are this to me. Or I can go like, but wait a minute. I may not have had that, but I'm doing that for these women. I want to be a woman who does that because I believe in the sisterhood and I believe that women do support other women. And I've seen evidence of that in my own life, like how women showed up for me in the last year. I've had amazing friends that showed up for me in the last year in ways that I cannot even describe. That is sisterhood. Those women weren't just there for me in the spotlight. They were there for me in the hard times. But sharing the spotlight, that should be part of our identity as true sisters. We should be supporting our closest friends. We should be pushing them forward. We should be sharing their wins, pushing it out. We should be being proud of our friends. That is a really, really, really good way to see who should be in your inner circle. Hard. Let me tell you, it's hard. I let a lot of people in who probably don't deserve to be there. And I've had to extricate them. And let me say, that's not easy work. You feel like a failure. You feel like you aren't a good judge of character. You feel hurt because you want that person in your circle. And then you know, how many, I don't know, I'm an extrovert. I'm an optimist. So I always try to bring people in and they're like showing me over and over that they don't deserve to be there or they don't want to be there. And I'm like, no, you're going to be my friend. It's a fault I have. And I've had to learn that not everyone belongs there. Not everyone wants to be there. And not everyone should be. But if you do have close friends, if you do have that sisterhood, you share the spotlight with them. You support their wins. You believe that success is collective. These are hard lessons, right? This is a hard topic. It's hard, but it's so worth it. And if you want to do brave things, you got to do it in community because community breeds courage. I'm so thankful for all the women that have helped me. I'm so thankful for all the women that have mentored me, that are still sponsoring me and mentoring me in ways that I don't deserve. I don't feel like I deserve. And I'm grateful for my close friendships that I have that have been there for me in the hard times. If this is something that you're like, man, I'm listening and I wish I had that. I wish I could have that support, or I'm going through something that's hard and I need support. Please go to my website and click on community and join the table. The table is my group, my private online group. It's about 100 women. And we support each other in that community. It's awesome because every month I do a webinar where you can get CME. If you're a doctor, if you're not, you can just come. I do a coaching call in that group. And I love it. I love it because it breeds community and courage. And it's private. It's off of social media. It's not on Facebook. It's a very easy app you can get into. So if this is something that you are interested in, if you're craving community, go to becomebraveenough.com, click on community, sign up for the table. I give you 2 weeks for free so you can kind of check it out before you commit. It's not a huge commitment. I have videos in there. You're going to love it. Just go in, check it out. Okay. And I hope I see you in a month at the Brave Enough conference. I want to see you there. Okay. Have an amazing Brave Day, sisters.